I'm live. So I have a different background today. Seeing the last week was not a good background. It was just my unrenovated kitchen, our unrenovated kitchen. So today I have done my workout. I've made dinner, so everybody's eaten, and I am ready to do this. So I have the turkey in the background and the cornucopia, which is the horn of plenty for Canadian Thanksgiving today. Hello, Melody. Happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian friends and family. If you see up here, there's the little bears that our friend Carol made for us. They're NHS bears. They are the colors that we chose, but they are for raising money for the National Health Service in the UK. So for people, all the frontline workers and everybody helping with COVID-19. Hi, Maxine. So, what should we talk about today? Somebody mentioned last time about naked yoga in the garden. 3 of my favorite things, the garden, being naked, and doing yoga. But I don't think that the family and neighbors would appreciate it as much as I would. But I have done yoga in the garden, and I haven't really walked around the house naked. Too many kids. So, anything else? Topic? Throw something at me. We got 8 viewers. The dog's laying right there. I'm in the living room. I have 2 frames up here too, but they don't have pictures in them, but they're part of my autumn display, and I need to print off some pictures. Hey, there's my Steve. Steve's watching, my husband. Thank you, Maxine. Steve thinks I'm crazy for doing this. And he's more private than I am, and he cringes at the things that I share about myself. But he loves me for me. Steve, Maxine says my garden's beautiful. I mean, our garden. I need a topic. I don't know what to talk about. I can talk about the garden. It's evening right now, so it's 6:30 p.m. here, just after, and the sun's gone down. It's just twilight outside. I haven't been outside today. It's Sunday, so I've just done things in the house and making sure the kids are ready for school tomorrow. Hopefully I get time in the garden tomorrow, but the weather's changing here too, so you know how autumn is. Here it's more rainy, but it's still chillier. And it's just like Canada. Some days are nice, you can get outside and do stuff, and some days you can't. I don't know if you can... Yeah, okay, so I can see who my viewers are, and I've gone down to a few. Actually, I don't know how to... It says I have 5 viewers, but when I go I can only see 2 names. But French toast, I love French toast. I haven't made it in a while, but I do make it sometimes. Although, thinking about it, like pancakes, they really are cake in a pan. So if you were to say, can I have cake for breakfast, Mom? No, you wouldn't be able to have cake for breakfast. It's like, Mom, can I have pancakes for breakfast? Oh, sure, that's a good breakfast. But really, you're eating cake for breakfast. So I try not to make pancakes and French toast too often, although they taste good. French toast, I guess, isn't too bad. I mean, if you're going to have toast anyways, it's just egg and toast with a bit of milk, right? And then seasoning. Like, I like vanilla in mine. Cinnamon. Oh, I'm glad yesterday was nice, especially if it's a Saturday Maxine, and you were able to get outside and get some work done, because your garden is lovely as well. And Steve knows that your garden in Canada was one of my inspirations, because people take their gardening here like super serious, but it's easy to grow things here. So, and the mild climate, it makes it easier. But in Canada, people don't go all out like that, and you do. So, hi Daniel, my cousin Daniel, and Trina, hello. So, anybody have anything they want me to talk about? I liked doing the lives last week. It's funny because I'm kind of antisocial, except when I feel like being social, but this is a kind of a good compromise, because I still get to be a homebody, but I get to talk and be social, sort of. So, and the other thing is, people can always watch these after. They don't have to watch them live. So, cut back some of your plants. Maxine, good. I haven't cut anything back. Like, if it's really dead, then maybe, but, like, the hostas are starting to yellow and stuff like that. But some of it, I found out that it's better to leave it until spring so that it doesn't rot the crown. Or, you know, for winter interest, or for insects and things to hibernate inside of and that. So some of it gets cut down, some of it gets cut down in the spring and cleared up in the spring. But, you know, some of it just goes mushy and... Hi, Danielle. Is it Auntie Lisa? Hi, Danielle. Danielle is 2 years old. And my mother-in-law's on now, too. Hi, Trisha. Hi, Mom. How do I keep my hair curly? It is it just, well, okay, in the shower when I put conditioner in, I only finger brush it to get the knots out. And then I squeeze it to get the water out. And then I do the same thing with the towel. I just squeeze the towel on it because I don't want it to get too fuzzy. And then I put a little bit of either mousse or gel. Sometimes a mousse will work good and then it'll stop working for a while, so you switch to gel. And then put it on my hands like that, and I just like put it in like this, and then you just scrunch it for better curls. That's good, Maxine. Yeah, grasses, and I'm still working on winter interest and autumn interest. So I just had a shower not too long ago, so my hair is still wet. But yeah, like I would scrunch it, and then, to be honest, this is what I do when I'm getting ready to go out. I pile it on top loosely, and I either use an elastic or a clip so that this is lighter and it dries first and it'll be curly, and then when this is dry and curly, then I let that down and it dries. And otherwise this just flattens that and it's too heavy. But there you go, lesson on curly hair. Talking about gardening, curly hair. Any other questions? The girls all have curly hair and they think they hate it, and most people who have curly hair hate it when they're younger, but when you get older you love it, because people with naturally straight hair just can't, a lot of them can't keep any curl in their hair. They curl it and it's out before they leave the door. But with curly hair, and again, some people with very curly hair, when they straighten it, it just doesn't look good. But luckily with this type of hair, you can have it curly or you can have it straight, so you have a lot of options, and that's better. Hi, Lori. So, what do you guys want to talk about? How's your Thanksgiving going? Pumpkin pie season. I am going to be making some pumpkin pies. I know tomorrow is Canadian Thanksgiving. American Thanksgiving is in November, so I'm going to be making some pumpkin pies for people here in the UK who can't get it anywhere else and miss it, or have tried it and love it. I even make special ones for people who can't eat wheat or gluten-free or lactose intolerant or vegetarian. Well, I think, well, yeah, because if you don't want to use beef lard and stuff if you're vegetarian or vegan. Yes, I know Samantha's getting excited for the pumpkin pie season. So I hope my Canadians are having a good Thanksgiving. I have to teach my mom how to watch on here. Hi, James. Haven't seen you in a long time. No New Year's parties for me at Uncle Arthur and Auntie Diane's anymore. Too far away. But I guess we could do a video chat on New Year's and it could feel like I'm there again. So, yes, in my background, there's 6 teddy bears. There's 3 on this side and 3 on that side. Those are for the 6 mine and Steve's 6 kids. And in the middle here, there's a plate, and it's the Last Supper, and that was my dad's moms and dads, so my grandparents. Celebrating Thanksgiving in Canada, it's a long weekend, so if it's mild, we can even eat outside. But we get together, family, friends, and we do the turkey and everything that you would do at, hi Jewel, haven't seen you in a long time. Anything that you would do at like Christmas, you know, like ham, turkey, usually it's a turkey. And like I said, with the cornucopia, all my Canadians will know this, but the cornucopia is the horn of plenty, and what you do with it, I only have conkers in mine right now, but what you do with it is you fill it with, if you have a harvest of apples, put an apple in there. You harvest potatoes, you put a potato in there, and you put a little bit of your harvest, and it's like saying thank you and being thankful for the harvest. That's going to get you through the winter. So in the past, we've done things where we've talked about, you know, go around the table and talk about things that you're thankful for. So there's no reason that people in the UK can't celebrate Thanksgiving, even though they don't have to worry about, you know, and even in Canada, we don't have to worry about it anymore like they did hundreds of years ago. You don't have to worry about preserving, and we do it for a hobby, but you don't have to worry about preserving and getting through another winter. But it's always important to be thankful for everything. So even if I'm gardening on a small scale, and Maxine, you'll know this too if you go any edibles, that you are grateful for a few raspberries, a couple carrots, anything that actually grows, you're thankful for it. So today, whether you're in Canada or wherever, just be thankful, and I mean, we should be thankful every day, but today reminds us to be thankful for everything that we have, including family and friends, and our health, especially right now with COVID going around everywhere, and not everybody has good health, but, you know, we have to be grateful for that. So Thanksgiving, we get together, and it's either, because it's just like Christmas and everything else, because there's so many different families and everything. So say my mom is doing Thanksgiving Sunday, and we'll have lunch at her house, but then maybe my brother and his wife are going to her parents on Monday, and they're doing a dinner. So sometimes you have so many Thanksgiving dinners all weekend long because you're seeing different family members. Hi, Ace. Wow, like sweet, what they call it, sweet corn here, but just the corn on the cob. I grew some, my corn did not do well, but what I'm really concentrating on is my gem corn. It's like an ornamental corn. Actually, you can eat it, but as popcorn, but it's like little colored seeds, kernels. They're all like different colors, like pink and blue and purple. They look like gems. It's really cool. So I'm concentrating on my gem corn, and I do have some small cobs, and even if they don't do really good this year, I'm going to take the kernels and then grow more next year. But what I had to do with my sweet corn is I had to plant it way, way, way across. It's not even my property, because I didn't like growing 2 types of corn. It can cross-pollinate with each other, and I didn't want to cross-pollinate with my gem corn because I don't want it to be anything but its original, you know, heirloom gem corn from the North American plains. If you hear noise in the background, that is Lena playing with her toys, the dog playing with her toys. Hi, Billy. Not my brother Billy, but Billy that I went to school with many years ago. Lena, do you want to come here? Lena tries to pick up 2 toys at once, so she's carrying around a turkey that she got for Christmas, a toy turkey, a stuffed turkey, and she's using it to bat the ball around with. Oh, the gem corn, you've seen it, Ace. Yeah, well, I'm excited. Like I said, my cobs aren't, corn likes it in North America. They like really hot, dry weather, like in Mexico and stuff like that. And so you guys in North America can do really well. I'm live. I'm waiting for people to come back on. I don't know what happened. Again, it just cut off 14 minutes into it, and it is, I don't even know what's happening right now on here. Lena. Come here, Lena. Come here. Come on. I don't know. Do you want to be on camera, Lena? Lena, come here. You want to go outside? So I don't know what happened. It just cut off. It just, like last time, it just shut off. So, hi, Trish. We were talking about Thanksgiving. And I'm just going to jump up and let Lena, the dog, outside because she's whining and wanting me to play with her. Go outside. Go on. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it does that. It's like when if Facebook just closes. But like I said, besides last week, I haven't really done lives before, so I'm not sure why it does that or how to. Yeah, see, my friend Trish just wrote, leaving soon to go overeat. So speaking of how we celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada, many meals at many friends and families' homes and overeating, turkey dinners everywhere. But this year it's a little bit smaller with, you know, COVID and having to isolate or only be, I'm not sure what it's like in Canada where my family is right at the moment, but here you're not supposed to gather in groups of more than 6, and I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to go into other people's households right now either. It's getting closer to a second lockdown, to be honest. Thank you, Billy. I talked about the bears before. Our friend Carol made them. They're NHS bears for raising money for the NHS National Health Service here in the UK for all the work that they're doing towards this pandemic with COVID and everything else. So we chose the colors for them, and we made that one with a really rainbowy hat. And the light one is for Man City football team, which is Steve's team. So this one has a really colorful, you know, you see the doctors and nurses like that in there. And the best part is their masks come off. So they are adorable. So this is the first one that she made for us. And then we got the Man City colors. So she did a really good job on them, and yeah, we like them. And while this pandemic is going on, they have pride of place there on our stand that I changed for the different seasons or different things. I'm glad they like them, Billy. Oh, that's great. Okay, so my sister said that they had Thanksgiving dinner at my other sister Tina's house, and they had it in the yard, so I'm glad that the weather was nice for that. Maxine, you said that it was really nice yesterday. And they spaced it out, so they were social distancing in the garden and having the Thanksgiving dinner, which is a different way, but I'm glad that they could all be together. And again, we need to be thankful that we could all be together and that we are here to celebrate it. So, anybody have any questions or want to know anything? There's a teacup up here that I got for Christmas last year from my father-in-law, Pierce, Steve's dad, and it is it was the Royals when they visited Canada. I think it says 1989. And the little skeleton doing yoga, that's a Halloween decoration from Canada last year when we were there, but I like it because it's doing yoga. Hi, Sam and Cassie. Hope you guys are well. That's my cousin Sam and his girlfriend, Cassie. So, I don't know how long I'm going to be live. I'm not sure if anybody... I mean, it's cool that people are tuning in, so... but I don't know what is interesting enough to keep people listening to me babble. So, if you have any suggestions... I mean, I could talk about gardening. I can answer your questions. I can talk about... whatever you want, but you guys need to give me a direction to go in. Just gonna have a drink. So today's brew is coconut, ginger, and something else, but I can't remember. Coconut, pineapple, and ginger. Hi, Uncle Arthur. I like the idea that you can bring people on too, and to join the conversation. Thank you, Billy. To you guys as well. I hope you're safe and healthy. I know you're in the States and you celebrate Thanksgiving next month, so. Well, I like to scrapbook, but I don't have time because I garden all the time, and I like to keep the house clean. And anything that you have to do, not want to do, when you have to do it, it's frustrating. But I like organizing things. So when I don't feel pressured or I, am in the mood, I really do like cleaning and organizing. But yeah, if I was to do like a hobby or something, it would be like scrapbooking, and then I'm making my miniatures, and I have a dollhouse that I want to redo, for the Elf on the Shelf. So it would be making miniatures, and my Uncle Arthur does miniatures. Like, he's done replicas of buildings, and he's worked on this huge ship. It's a huge ship, but it's tiny little work. And until I made my first like little Christmas scene, I didn't realize how precise you have to be to make models and make miniatures and stuff like that. It's way more work than I thought it was, but I do like it. Haha, funny. No, the bathroom renos upstairs are pretty much finished. The bathroom renos downstairs are in the process, and Thomas's bathroom in his room is pretty much done as well. It just needs the extractor fan and light put in. And my uncle asked if this is a statue of me behind me. Yep, it is, in my traditional pilgrim clothing, celebrating Thanksgiving. Yeah, no, our house is half in a state of renovation. Living room and dining room are pretty much done, but we're going to repaint. And like I said, the floors need to be redone, but for the most part, they're done. The bathroom upstairs is done. The bedrooms are fine, and yeah, but the bathroom upstairs looks great. So. And we have everything for the bathroom downstairs. It's just the electrician that we need, and then to do the work. So, what? Hi, Lisa. I do garden a lot, and that's why it looks the way it does, because I'm constantly working on it. I'm not as good with the houseplants, but I'm trying. The problem is that sometimes I get where I'm not in the mood for things. So if I decide that I don't feel like gardening anymore for a few days, like, the things outside have to survive without me, because if I'm having a down day, I don't want to do anything. So that's where the houseplants, sometimes they thrive on neglect, and sometimes I neglect them for too long. So I hope everybody's well and enjoying their Thanksgiving weekend in Canada. Uncle Arthur, say hi to Auntie Diana and have a good Thanksgiving weekend. Anybody in the UK or elsewhere, just have a good Sunday and Monday tomorrow. So I'm excited about the downstairs bathroom renos, because eventually the garage that's behind the bathroom, it will be our bedroom. So that will be mine and Steve's bathroom. So I'm quite excited about the renovations in that one. Thomas's birthday was on Saturday, yesterday, so he turned 19. That's my stepson, Steve's son, and we're going to do his presents and cake soon. Yeah, pretty much as soon as I'm done this live, because he was away for the weekend, and he's home now, so. Well, yeah, there's, like, where the caravan, the mobile home is, where you stayed, like our guest house. Eventually, we're going to build a garage over there in that corner, but also the addition that we're doing on the side of the house will have a small, like, little shop, like, for the tools and everything else. So eventually, when everything is done, we will have a garage. And if it goes to plan, we'll have what's called a granny annex on top of the garage, and that's like a bachelor suite kind of thing, like an in-law suite for guests. And at that point, we won't have the mobile home caravan for a guest house anymore. Oh, that's really awesome. Oh, okay, so Cassie said her family, I didn't know, first of all, I didn't know she had family in England, but that's cool. And I'm guessing that you mean the dinner was for Thanksgiving. So her family in England made a big dinner, split it into 3, and then sent them to their kids' houses, then went on Zoom and they ate their food together on Zoom. And that's really awesome. I've done that before with friends, where we have our food or drinks at the same time, and then we have our phones or iPads or whatever, laptops, and we just have lunch together. So that it works. You feel like when you leave the conversation, you feel like you really saw that person or really had you know, coffee or tea with that person or lunch with that person, and we need to do this more often. And I've tried to get some of my friends to video chat like this, and if they're not willing to, I guess I have to do it this way where I have to talk to myself. And Cassie, Birmingham is where Steve's best friend is from, so I've been there a couple times, but not enough to know my way around or anything like that. But that's a really good idea about them making the food and dropping it off, because then they're actually eating like the same things. So for us, for Thanksgiving tomorrow, we haven't decided anything. Besides the fact that Tom just got home late tonight, like it's already later, we're going to do something for his birthday for dinner. Probably take away like Chinese or something. Turkey hats. So everybody wears a turkey hat for dinner. That's a lot of turkey hats. Do you just buy them at the store, or do you guys make them, and do they just sit on there and look like a turkey, like turkey legs? Hi, Darlene. My favorite things about Thanksgiving is everybody going around and saying what they're thankful for. Sometimes you don't even realize the things that people are thankful for, and that they do notice and appreciate the little things in life. I also love the pumpkin pie, and I wasn't always a turkey dinner kind of person. I wasn't, you know, cooked dinners like that. It wasn't my favorite thing, but there's different things within the dinner that I really loved. So, and I love the decorations and the feeling of autumn, especially in Canada, where it's just like this crisp air and the smell of the leaves and such. Our house isn't like very traditionally English necessarily. We have for an English house, we have quite a big house. A lot of people live in terrace houses, and that's what we call in Canada like row houses or townhouses. And so our house is made of brick. That's very English, because they have a lot of red clay here, so they have a lot of red brick. And I don't know what would make our house. Okay, the fact that I decorate for every season is very North American. But when I was dog walking and stuff, I would go into people's houses to get their dog, and I've seen a lot of houses here, and people it's just personal taste. So I've been in some tacky houses, and I've been in some great houses that I love. But borders, some of the colors in the wall borders that go around the rooms, that's English. And yeah, fridge size definitely. They have small fridges, and a lot of them have their washing machines in the kitchen, and a lot of don't have chest freezers, and they don't necessarily have dryers unless they want them. But so yeah, but we do have a big, huge North American fridge freezer in the garage that was supposed to go in the kitchen, but couldn't fit through the door. And when we finish redoing the kitchen, then we'll have one in there. Yeah, we don't use central heating. You know, when in Canada, in apartments, we'll have, sometimes you have radiators where the water goes through to warm it. So here we have a boiler and water that goes through. We don't have it. I think it's still called central heating because it comes from a center point and goes through, but it's water going to radiators to warm it up instead of blowing hot air out of a furnace. Well, our toilets are the same. Some of them have the old, like, where the cistern's up on the wall and you pull a chain, but that's not, I mean, that's really old, and it's not common in people's houses and stuff. But the toilets in Canada, you have, because a lot of us have basements in Canada, so the stack will go straight into the bottom of the toilet, straight down into the soil pipe. Here, it goes like this, and then out the back into the soil pipe, and then out. So that's different on the toilets, and I've noticed, and it might just be that they don't make things like they used to, and things are, you know, made really cheap, but I do notice that here on a lot of toilets, but it might, I don't know. But yeah, but this is on the up high and you pull the chain, it's the gravity fed to make it go down. So there's a reason for it. But again, we have a big fridge. We have a fridge freezer in the garage, and we have a chest freezer because I don't know how to live without one because I was raised in North America. I don't know if the recipe for ketchup is different. It might have less sugar, but ketchup tastes the same. I mean, we buy the cheapest ketchup because it tastes good, and yeah, so we don't even buy Heinz. But there is some foods definitely that taste different here and in England. I mean, in Canada. I can't get dill pickles like I can in Canada. They don't use a lot of white vinegar here, so I can't get relish. I've seen it a couple times, but it's way too expensive if I do see it, like green, like pickle relish. And you can get French, like American style mustard here, but a lot of people use like English mustard. So if I go to Subway, they don't have American mustard. I don't know what our house... some of the styles are just different, so me and Steve have to find things that we both like. So his style might be a little more English and mine might be a little more Canadian. And then we just have to find things that we like. But they do have furniture and everything here that I do like, so... Yes, care package, definitely. Cinnamon hearts. I'm not a huge fan of what do you call them? Candy corn, but that you can't get it here, so it's just cool to show them and let them taste. But it only comes out at Halloween, so unless I'm there at Halloween, I can't get candy corn. And as many Hawkins cheesies as you want to send. What else do I love from Canada? We brought Cheese Whiz back the last time we were there, but it was mostly just for people to try. It's a good thing if you can buy it, but it's way expensive. Even in Canada, when I was there, I was like, whoa, that's not what it was before I moved. But it's not like healthy, and you know. So I can't think what else Yeah, Katie. Well, you can order it on Amazon. So I have ordered Kraft Dinner on Amazon before. It's unfortunate that you can't just order the powder, you know, because it would take up less room. And, I mean, I guess that I could get you guys to send me just the Katie powder because I don't need the macaroni. And then it would take up less room. It would be cheaper to send. Yum Yum pickles. Yeah, well, they have sweet pickles here. So I have had pickles that taste similar to Yum Yum pickles. But it's the dill, it's the Bix, like dill, like garlic dill pickles, like where they're like zingy and crunchy and they got the garlic in the bottom. And I just have to, I mean, I can grow garlic, I have before, I can grow dill, and I can grow cucumbers. So I really just gotta figure out how to do it and do it myself. Hi, Penny. Root beer suckers from A&W. Yes, my sister said that, and we stock up on that. The only thing is that my first batch that I had here, eventually they started going soft. They still tasted good, but they were just kind of a mess. So now I keep them in the freezer until, and even when the kids ask me, I usually say no because they're mine. But you can buy root beer here sometimes. But again, a lot of the stuff that you can get that is American is very expensive. And the thing about root beer is that, do you know when you were a kid and your parents would give you ginger ale when you had an upset tummy because ginger helps that? Well, for a long time I wouldn't drink ginger ale because every time I had a sip of it, it reminded me of being sick. So the thing about root beer is, I think it's called Germaline. There's a medicine here that people had when they were kids that has the ingredient that they use in root beer. So people here don't like root beer enough for it to be stocked here because it reminds them of that medicine. Luckily, Dr. Pepper is here, and third time, and we'll try this. I'm only going to be on for a few more minutes. I'm kind of thinking about an hour at a time for these, so this will be the closing to my thing. But I think next time I do my live, if I do one next Sunday or whenever, I am going to do it on my laptop because it's the app that keeps closing, and right now it's closed like Facebook is closed over and over and over while I've been trying to open it. So I know some of you guys just signed on, so you're not going to have heard what I just said. But I said that I'm just wrapping it up, and I'm going to do a few more minutes, and then I'll call it a day for today. But maybe I'll do it again next Sunday. I'll try and do these on Sundays when Steve goes out with his mates for social distancing visiting. But he actually didn't go out today because there wasn't enough people going, hello. Sorry about cutting everybody off. Not my fault. Facebook app just closed, so I have an alarm set. I'm going to give myself a few more minutes to say hi and bye to everybody. And but the last thing I was saying is that they have Dr. Pepper here, and that's really good because I like regular Coca-Cola, but sometimes I just need something different, and I love Dr. Pepper. It's just a little more expensive. So thank you, Melody. Hi, Janice. Hi, Karen. So yeah, hi, Darlene. So yeah, I don't know what else we can talk about, but there's a lot of good things about me doing these lives. I get to dress up like I'm going somewhere, even though I'm not. And I mean, I don't really have to. I could just look like I do on a normal day with fuzzy hair and sweatpants, but it's nice to have something to dress up for. And it's nice to think that, you know, I've tried so hard to keep up with everybody over the years, and I used to send out 300 Christmas cards, and I've just felt like trying to keep up with everybody as best I could. And this is really good that I have a way to do it, that I can reach everybody all at once if they want to be reached, and otherwise I can watch it later. But I definitely will do this again, probably next Sunday. And also video chatting, if you want to set up a date with me. Like I said, when we talked about that before, setting up a meal in front of you or a drink, and me doing the same, and then us having our electronics in front of us, and then we can have a coffee date, a tea date, you know, and it feels like you've actually had a drink and met and had a little sit down and visit with them. So I can do one-on-ones as well with friends who want to do that. And especially if the time difference and everything, we can sort it out. So, I mean, I'm home during the day. I'm usually out in the garden, but anybody who wants to do a one-on-one video chat with me, just send me a message, and we'll set up a time and date to do it. And it's like going out for coffee with your friends, right? And there's even group ones. And last Sunday, before I did my live, me and my two of my sisters and my mom did a video chat with the four of us, and that was really nice to have them all. You know, it wasn't too many people, but it was all of us together. And I think my mom probably appreciated that too, and she probably will appreciate it, you know, if we do that. I know that they had, the ones that are still in Canada, had dinner, Thanksgiving dinner already with my mom, but we can still do a video chat with all the kids and my mom to say, you know, happy Thanksgiving and what we're thankful for. And I know that my sister said that one of the things she's thankful for is that she gets to see me on live. And again, she can see me here, but she can also video chat with me if she wants to. So remember to tell everybody what you're thankful for, and just be thankful for all the things that you have and how blessed we are in life, because it's the little things. And even if you're healthy today and you can walk and you can talk and you can hug, you know, someone near you or your dog, or, you know, even blow kisses on a video chat, just be grateful for what you do have. And, you know, life is too short and life is fleeting, and, you know, whether it's age or accidents or anything, our health can be taken away from us so quickly that we have to appreciate what we have while we have it. So, and yeah, I won't be gushy like this all the time, although I am always thankful. But again, Canadian Thanksgiving today. I am Canadian, and it's always important to be, you know, grateful and thankful. So I don't know how much time I have left, but does anybody have any questions before I go? I'm just gonna have a drink. No? I hope everybody's having a good Sunday, a good Thanksgiving. I know in Canada it's quite earlier, so you guys are just around lunchtime, and here it is evening, and we're gonna go and celebrate Thomas's birthday from yesterday. So he's gonna open his gifts and stuff as soon as I'm done my live. And yep, so I do have an alarm set. Let me just check if it paused while I was gone or what. Pause. You guys can tell me this. Did I freeze in a weird position? Hi Karen, happy Thanksgiving. I realize now too, doing these lives, that when I see people sign on, I see how much it means to me. So maybe when I see people in my friends and family on Facebook that they've gone live, I should check out what they're doing and why they're doing it. Oh, okay, I had froze. Okay. All right, well, I'm going to sign off for today. I'm going to be on again next Sunday. And if the time is great for people, then that's good. And if it's not, let me know, like, your feedback. But even if my biggest fan, my sister Melody, is the only one watching, that's enough for me. So, all right. I hope everybody has a good Sunday. Happy Thanksgiving. Take care. Love you all. Bye. I'll give you guys a chance to say bye. Good. Timing is good for my biggest fan, so we can meet next Sunday. Same time, same place. Bye. Love you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Samantha, I'm just leaving. I love you.